Namaste. How are you all today? That's a Tuesday, and I wish you a happy week ahead. Now, today's topic, it's not a story. Um, Today's topic is very close to my heart, and I have actually written the script using my own example in there as well. And I hope you will agree with me as well. So, basically, what we are trying to say is, dear society, if Bahurani speaks up, that does not mean her parents didn't raise her well. As a society, we strive hard to raise smart, intelligent, and educated children. We strive hard to make sure that we provide them the best avenues to educate them so that tomorrow they can use their intelligence and create a better society. But there is a catch. If, as a daughter in law, you tend to use your education or intelligence to raise a voice against regressive mindset, don't be surprised if you are labeled as badatmeez. Even if your intentions were good and you only wanted to make the elders of the house be aware of the customs that need to change for the betterment of the whole society, don't be surprised if you get a huge lecture on how your parents forgot to raise you well. Has it ever happened with you? Now listen to this. Like many other progressive parents, my parents raised me to shatter the social stereotypes and live life on my own terms. They taught me how kindness, love, and care are as important as education, career, and success. Because of their constant support, I completed my chartered accounting qualification, which is obviously one of the, the best qualifications in commerce side. And I started working at a well-established multinational company. And though many may think my parents have done a good job in raising me, but sadly, my in-laws don't. And here is why. Whenever I raise questions about regressive mindset, they think I'm insulting them, which is never the intention. Whenever I'm made to blindly follow certain traditions, but I don't, rather I take a stand and speak up my mind, they feel I have no respect for their value system. Whenever I share scientific reasons why we shouldn't do certain things a certain way, they feel I'm showing off my education just to make them feel small. Whenever noisy relatives share their unsolicited judgments about my clothes, careers, or life choices in general, I tell them to mind their own business, even in the most polite manner, makes me badatmeez. Whenever I seek equal participation from their son in running household chores because I work too, they feel I don't respect their son. And the list goes on. I'll give you a very little example. So once one of my relatives, I was going for the haircut, she visited us and she said, oh, you are going for the haircut? And I said, yes. And then my mother-in-law said, yeah, because she was having period, she couldn't go for, last 3 days. So she has to get it done today. And then she was like, oh, we should not get our haircut done when we are on periods. And I was like, really? And she was like, yes, when we are on periods, we should not get our haircut done. And if the hair cutter is on period, we should not get our haircut done as well. And I was like, thank you very much for this. I did not know about this. But do you really want me to go to the parlor and ask everybody, are you on your periods? Are you on your periods? I mean, how can we do that? And it's not as simple as not eating a char when you are on your periods, or not going to temple, not having a haircut done. For God's sake, no. But my story is no different than many other daughters-in-law who raise their voices against the regressive mindset. And when they do, it doesn't sit well with the elders of the house. In our society, elders, especially our in-laws, enjoy special privileges. One of them is that they can get away saying anything that comes to their minds. And no matter how much it hurts your self-esteem, as a daughter-in-law, you are expected to stay silent because बड़ों को जवाब देना हमारे संस्कारों के खिलाफ है. It is against our values to talk back to elders. Hence, I wasn't surprised when my desire to speak up my mind was interpreted as a lack of values. It was heartbreaking how my parents, especially my mom, they were blamed for not raising me well. As per my in-laws, because both my parents were working, they did not have had enough time to make me learn the right values. It shocked me when one day my mother-in-law made an example out of my mother to make a point about how kids of working moms are not raised well. This is what she said. देखो, अगर माँ काम पर जाएगी तो बच्चों को संस्कार कोई नहीं सिखा सकता. Meaning, if a mother goes to work, who will teach values to their kids? Now, at that moment, one thing was clear to me, that whatever we say about education and career, our society still want bichari bahus. It is disappointing how women who suffer in silence are often worshipped as perfect sanskari bahus, which obviously you must have figured out I was never. And the ones who are the real heroes fighting against the patriarchal society or the mindset will always be seen as villains. Well, to sum it all up, dear educated and bold daughter-in-laws, even in the 21st century, I'm sorry, but our society still isn't ready to value us. Doesn't matter how well established or how well educated we are not supposed to use our intelligence. We still don't have the right to speak up our minds or voice our views. In a society where we are supposed to suffer in silence in the name of tradition, if you are one of those who are speaking up, I am proud of you. I am really proud of you. Our society may not celebrate you, but believe me, future generations of women would celebrate you, your efforts. Your struggle will lay the foundation for their freedom. They would always remember you whenever there is opinions, and it won't offend society anymore. Like at my in-laws, now they don't ask, daughter-in-laws when they are going for the haircut. They don't say those things because I took efforts. But my that relative, she never spoke to me after. And even now she go to the other relatives and she say that I'm badatmeez and I don't understand a bit of the culture and the traditions of society. But who cares? So please remember, not just for yourself, but for all those future daughter-in-laws, don't give up. It's important. If you don't give up, your future generations will definitely will salute you. Thank you very much for listening to me. That's it for today. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and do watch and like my other videos. Thank you for all the love and support you have given me throughout. Thank you. Namaste.